Hello everyone, welcome to Via Satoshi. I'm your host Satoshi, and today we're going to talk about CBDCs, the central bank digital currencies. Are they the last nail in the coffin of privacy? So that title sounds a bit very daunting. And before we dig deeper into that, please subscribe to my channel and also like my videos. And I've just went past 20 subscribers. That's a milestone for me, I guess. And I also had 100 clicks on my videos. So that's cool. Keep giving me your support, and I really appreciate your help. And also, as always, leave your comments below and like my videos. Right, so let's get into the video. What is CBDC? That's the central bank digital currency. That's the acronym. So, what is a central bank digital currency? It's nothing different. It is the same old wrap in a new paper, I guess, but it's the still same old. So, it's currency like US dollar or British pound, or at the moment, very popularly, the Chinese yuan or euro. The reason I said especially yuan, I will come back to that in a minute. So what the central banks are trying to do, the central bankers, is to create a digital currency where they're going to literally wipe out all the notes and the coins out of circulation. So as we already know that we all use digital currencies without realizing that, but that's what we are using. Say, for example, like all the cryptocurrencies are digital currencies, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., etc. But then the difference between a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and a central bank digital currency, which is a CBDC, is that CBDCs are centralized. So it will be run by the central banks. A lot of people think the central banks of these big countries, the Western countries, are independent to the government. Some people think the government has the saying to do, or they all work in tandem together. That's a different topic altogether, and I think that's a long road ahead. I'm not going to talk about that. But in terms of central bank digital currencies, what is going to happen is they're going to wipe out all the notes and the coins, and they're going to just like force people to use digital currencies. So you can't withdraw them and keep it at home. It's going to be in your bank accounts. So it is impossible to do anything out of hindsight. Like, you won't be able to do anything without the prying eyes keep looking at you. Recently, the famous whistleblower Edward Snowden came out and said that the government was already planning this for a very long time. Since 2001, the Snooper Charter they introduced, which is like the surveillance charter, they went very far ahead. They literally made a nanny state instead. Like, they keep looking at everything rather than preventing wrongdoing. They just use that and they misuse it, because absolute power means absolute corruption. So why am I creating a series of videos saying that now saving money is like making you poor? Now, CBDCs. This is all happening for a very long time that people don't realize it. But, the elites always manipulate the system. And, I'm not against, all things government and monetary policies and fiscal policies. But the problem is that when you're trying to manipulate the mass, the public, and rip them off of their hard worked money, is impossible. And some people who are listening to this video could say, oh, the CBDCs is just like a fun thing. It's a conspiracy. But this is what was happening in 2020, after the pandemic started ravaging around the world. After March 2020, the Chinese government came out and said they're going to start using a digital currency rollout. And people said, oh, okay, what's that? So, as China is a communist state, people don't care, because they already, had an issue about money leaving their country. So the only way they could hold it back is by, putting restrictions on people that the billionaires of China can only withdraw up to $50,000 in US, value per year. That's like nothing money. So they found their own ways and by I don't know, people heard about Mako. It's a tiny sovereign island near China, which has one of the largest casinos in the world. So what they kind of did was they went, and booked massive holiday packages. So these holiday packages will be worth like $500 million, right? So what happens is they go to the casino, play a couple of games. I don't know, make a loss or make a gain, and then they convert all that 500 million because they paid like for the chips, on top of the holiday, and then they convert that money and they ask to pay their winnings into a US account or a UK bank account. This is how they were literally getting the money out of the country. So now the Chinese government said, okay, this is not great. Okay, let's stop this by just doing something even dramatic. That's digital currencies. Problem with the digital currency is that if you have money in your bank account, you won't be able to take it out as cash and then spend it because there won't be any cash. So you have to use your card to spend it, and you can't spend privately because anyone can look at it and see, okay, where are you spending the money on, because all the merchants have names on it. So now, as a surprise to everyone, Euro, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and also the European Central Bank ECB are now talking about a pilot. The governor of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde, who was actually the former chairman of IMF and also the former finance secretary or finance minister of France, talking about if there's no problems rolling out, they will have a pilot of CBDC, a euro digital currency, by the end of 2024-2025 financial year. That's really scary because they're saying that people actually ask this question, how about privacy? They said anything above 50 euros. So anything below 50 euros will be anonymous. Anything above 50 euros, they can actually track it. That's impossible because 50 euros, what you can do with 50 euros? Nothing. So every other purchase is going to be actually looked at and scrutinized. And, they're going to put negative rates into it. This is like bigger than what you think. So say, for example, if banks decide to charge you negative rates at the moment they are doing in certain countries for savings, because if you have like £1 million, they will charge you like around 1% or 0.5% per year. They will just like literally take the money out of your bank account because you have a lot of money. People can avoid it by actually withdrawing the money out. But then if you have central bank digital currency, you won't be able to do that. They will just like charge anything they wanted to. They would be able to manipulate the money, and they would have to also do such things as buy-in or bail-ins. That's like another scary subject. Bail-ins means that when a bank decided to go bankrupt, rather than the government comes and bails out the bank like they did in 2008, they will use the people's savings in the bank, or the people who hold money, use that as a bail-in. So the bank will take the money from the bank accounts to use it as a bailout for itself. It's called a bail-in. So you can ask, like, how? Because the thing you have to remember is the money you are leaving on the bank account belongs to the bank, not to you. You are actually trusting the bank to keep the money for you. But I'm not sure which scale. There will be percentage of money will be taken. They're not going to take all the money, I'm pretty sure. But then if it's going to be a CBDC, it's impossible to withdraw the money out in anticipation, because they have all the control, and where are you going to withdraw the money into, because there's no physical manifestation of that money. Anyway, I think this is all pretty scary at the moment, but I don't think it's going to be this dramatic because they will have revolts, so they will always pursue people in a very minute way and very slow, and it's not like a pretty dramatic event happening tomorrow morning. They're going to slowly make people get used to it, as they already don't accept cash in a lot of places, only cards. And they're going to make this ingrained, and people think, oh, right, this is just normal. So I think that's the one of the great reasons why people should take a bet on Bitcoin or Ethereum. I think I would mainly say Bitcoin, because just to keep yourself outside of the system, it will be a hedge to stay out of the system. But then I'm not saying that Bitcoin is the be all and end all, but at the moment, something that I can see, in my opinion, is a great alternate. Anyway, this is not financial advice, something for you to think about, and we will dive deeper into these topics in the future and build a picture about it. And tell me, what do you think about it? Is this all a far stretch? Is it just all like a conspiracy, or just someone moaning around about this? Leave your comments below, and also please subscribe to my channel and also like my videos. And until the next video, I'll catch up later. Bye bye.